So, do you or someone you love currently have a mortgage?
Yes, we do. We do. Yeah.
Yes. Can I know the amount of the mortgage roughly?
Amount of the mortgage altogether about 300,000.
Okay. Okay. In order for us to get accurate data, we have to do some calculations and help us with our information. Also help our community members to, like yourself, uh, to
Yeah.
know full picture as well. So how much interest you are paying?
Uh, it's about £1,000 interest.
Okay. You know that how much in monthly payment you are giving interest?
Total about £1,000 interest.
Okay.
But let's just
Yeah.
say you didn't have to pay that much interest. What could you have done for your family with that money instead? No, can you share with me three things?
Yeah. I could done so much with it. Basically, one would be to not to be involved in myself in ribah. That
Right.
would be one thing.
Okay.
And the other thing would be that I don't have to earn that additional £1,000. So that means that I can spend more time with my family. I can look after someone else. I can do my namaz. I can just be able to do all those things that Allah asked us to do, which we went against it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Obviously, I can see from what you're telling us that just by paying interest, it's taking a lot of stuff away from you, and which is what I'm going to go into next. Now, in our interviews and research, we have found that interest-bearing mortgage not only costs the homeowner and his family financially, but that it also costs so much in other immaterial ways that we could never calculate. For example, now if you were to estimate how much your mortgage cost you in mental stress and had to put a number figure to it, what would it be? Now, one being least and number 10 being the most.
I think it's costing us our life. We are
Like,
being destroyed by
yeah.
this continuous way of earning this additional money that we need to earn.
Like, can you express that spiritual cost in dollar amount? Like this much. This is my spiritual cost.
I think it's a continuous guilt that you live with, and continuously feeling that because of certain problems that you come across in your life, and when you look back and you say, when Allah says don't do riba, and when the Prophet says it's a war against me and what have you,
Yeah.
then you really start to think, that why did I get involved in the first place?
Wow.
And I cannot put financial value to it, or in terms of what is going to cost us in the long run or in the hereafter.
Yeah.
I think the repercussions are devastating.
Yes.
It's
yes.
just horrendous amount of emotional, financial, causing problem at home, because you are continuously out of the house,
Yeah.
earning that additional money.
Yes.
And
So if I'm understanding this correctly, this interest-bearing mortgage is costing you a figure which you can't put a figure on, in terms of emotionally, stress,
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
and also spiritually. Because
Definitely.
from what you're telling me, you can't even put a figure on this, can you?
we cannot. I think if I were to be very, very honest with you, in the long run, that was the point I was coming on to it, that we are actually working for the education, then we're working for the employer. By the time we reach home, we're bringing this rubbish at home, and which is affecting our lives. We haven't got time. We having to trade time for money, and that leaving us not to build that bond that we need to build with our loved ones, the very people we are actually working for. And we're losing our iman, we're losing our families, we're losing literally every single thing, just because we wanted to maintain some sort of false sense of status quo. And this is basically destroying us.
If you had a mortgage, but there was no interest on that mortgage product, your home equity was protected, you would never have to forfeit it or go through foreclosure from the bank. Would this be of something of interest to you?
This will be fantastic. I've heard about this. It will take so many of us out of slavery, to be honest.
If you personally wasn't accepted and somebody else was,
Yeah.
would you still support would you still support Habibi Coin and the project and our mission and our goals and objectives and what we want to achieve?
I'll still support it. Why not? Because at least you are. If the idea is to take people out of that ribah thing, and I think this is a worthy cause, and I think not just me, and I think everyone should support it. Yeah.
So, Habibi Coin focuses on doing just that. And it is one of our core missions to improve the economic burdens of our community by tackling issues and areas that most people do not give. Thank you very much for taking your time out, especially to conduct this interview. It's given us a great insight as to what you're going through and how it affects you and your family. So yeah, once again, thank you very much.